Hi everyone, Anthony Cheeseman here again. I just wanted to give you a quick wrap, obviously what's been happening during the time of November. So what we've seen now is a bit of a change in the market. The next 5 to 6 months are crucial because in the middle of next year, if you're not aware, there's a lot of fixed term rates going to variables. Now that's going to change the market a lot. You're going to have a lot of people who have been used to paying a lower repayment on their home loans, and now they're actually going to be paying nearly 50% more in just like that. Now with the cost of living and everything increasing as well, that's going to play a big part on people being able to afford their loans. Now with that happening, that means a lot of people are going to be forced to sell, where before in the market it was people trying to just capitalize on the market. We'll see more stock on the market. We'll definitely see a bit of an oversupply, and that's going to affect everyone else as well. That's going to bring the values down because it's the supply and demand levels at the end of the day. What we are going to see in the future is probably where this will really hit us, because the interest rates haven't affected us yet because everyone's been on these kind of fixed rates. But once that does hit, that is really going to play a part in obviously how the market turns out in the near future. To give you an idea of just how much the market is changing, on average around the country at the moment, it's about 1 to 1.5% per month. Now, if you look at that, it may be like a $2 million property, and calculate that monthly, that is nearly $20,000 to $25,000 a month that you are losing on your property. Now, this has been continuing for the last few months. We are looking at right now that you may have lost in the last 3 to 4 months at least 40 to 60 grand. Now, that is not a good thing for anyone. However, right now, because the demand levels are so high and we still have a lack of stock, this is still prime time for selling. Even if the market went up so far, as I've said before, you're still way ahead. So this is definitely a prime time to take advantage of it, because probably in the next 5 to 6 months, your property will not be worth what it's worth right now. And the way that markets in history run, you've got another 5 to 6 years to where the market may pick back up again. Now, I don't know what your plans are, but a lot of things happen in 5 to 6 years. So it's crucial that you act now while you can, because things will change in the near future. Now, having this 5-year plan in place, if you are thinking of selling, then obviously, as I've said, it's time to act now. And this is why it's so crucial, pick the right agent, because at the moment, the last 2 years, the market's been doing the help. The agent hasn't had to work as hard. They had the buyers come to them. But now it's a different game. Now the agent has to go and grab those buyers because they're just not showing up like they were before. So that's why it's crucial to pick the right agent who's going to work hard, long, and fast on your property, and not wait for their buyers to hopefully sell. They need to inform you. They need to give you feedback in the market. They need to inform the buyers what's happening in the market and educate the buyers. That's how you get the results, because the buyers are educated and they feel confident in what they're purchasing rather than having doubts. Now, when people try and select an agent, it's always a hard process. Usually a lot of people fall in that trap of whatever the cheapest commission is, whether the cheapest marketing is. Well, the old saying goes, you get what you pay for. If they're selling their self that cheap, then what are they going to sell your property for? It's all about having the right agent who's committed, who knows how to market the property, and knows at the end of the day, marketing is not a cost, it's an investment, because that can make the difference. For an agent as well, can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, as well as the marketing. The marketing is about getting as many eyeballs out there as possible, and that's the only way you're going to sell your property and have a successful transaction. Now, I don't want to sound all doom and gloom. There is still a lot of buyer activity out there, and for the higher end of the market, as we've said before, the interest rates don't affect them as much as the lower end. However, it does with the buyer confidence, and that's what's important. People may think physically, well, they can still afford it, but the buyer confidence is what's going to change their mind, and if they're willing to pay that price that you're asking for. So it's so important to understand, for anyone who's selling and anyone who's looking to sell in the future, now is the best time to sell. It's the sun's out, it's warm, everyone's on holidays, they have more time to relax and look at property, and January is the highest buyer activity of the year. If I can help you in any way, please reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions, and I appreciate your time. Thanks very much.